I'm a spirit channeler and oracle card reader who channels both light and shadow energies in my readings, which means if you're easily triggered, please find yourself another reader. What can you expect over the next 72 hours? You have 4 cards to choose from. Choose intuitively, not based on the meaning of the cards. From left to right, card 1, card 2, card 3, and card 4. Pause the video if you need some more time to choose your card, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pal number 1. So over the next 72 hours, you're going to be going through a lot of stress. You're going to be feeling ungrounded. There's going to be an upheaval, some trouble in your life. And this is something that has been repeating itself, an emotional pattern and an emotional deficit I'm hearing. And it's because there's a part of your being, your essence, that is lost. And in this lifetime, you are attempting to retrieve it. So these issues keep popping up for you to make a different choice in order to retrieve this lost part of your soul. Underneath the deck, I do have remnants of Atlantis, past life resurfacing, past lives karma. This is a karmic cycle that is occurring over the next 72 hours. So definitely there is a need here for you to make a new decision, for you to choose something differently, for you to do something differently than you usually do. Instead of retreating into yourself and becoming melancholy, depressed, pessimistic like you usually do, there is a need for you to take whatever this inspiration is with this Forest of Fire card here. Take whatever this flash of inspiration is that comes into your mind and run with that. Because I do see with this Fruitful Labors card in reverse that growth is attempting to occur, but because you're not grabbing onto this inspiration of what you're actually supposed to do, this growth is always stunted. So there is, in the next 72 hours, I am seeing a repeat of a cycle where you get yourself into a stressful event. A stressful event pops up. You feel overburdened. You may feel attacked or singled out. You may feel like you have bad luck. And you may get some kind of an idea of how your life should be, what you would really prefer to be doing right now, who you would prefer to be with, or where you would prefer to be. Basically how you would prefer your life to be, but you're going to push it down again because you're going to feel like, okay, this is not possible right now because of X, Y, and Z, and you're just going to be stuck back in this situation that is not yielding any success. For a lot of you guys, I am picking up heavy career here. So if you're constantly having issues at work, or maybe your coworkers are ganging up on you, or your boss is singling you out, or you're failing at some kind of project, I am seeing a repeat of that, a repeat of the stress where all you want is to leave this job and to go do what you truly desire, which is something completely different from the job that you're doing. But I'm seeing you once again falling into the self-limiting beliefs, listening to the self-doubt, and remaining stationary because you feel like you have no other option. So over the next 72 hours, that's what you can expect. So those are your messages. Hope that helps you. Hope it resonated. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pal 2. So your next 72 hours, you're going to be repeating a cycle where you are almost getting close to breaking free of some situation that is entrapping you and restricting you, and then you're going to be blocked again right before it can happen. So this whole thing, though, is all happening in Beyond the Veil. So if you kind of find that you're trying to do things in the 3D realm and it's not working, like you're always constantly being blocked, there is some kind of forces that are opposing each other beyond the veil. And that's why you keep getting these roadblocks out of nowhere and you can't really pinpoint where it's coming from. So underneath the deck here, I do have the anonymous, masked, hiding, secret surveillance. I'm not going to lie to you. There are definitely some entities who are hiding, but behind the scenes, they're watching you. They're watching the situation. They're watching you attempt to remove yourself from this restrictive situation and to destroy these obstacles. And they are coming in here with this dashing through the snow card, minor setbacks, delays, roadblocks, and they are blocking you. Now, with this moon magic in reverse, it's like there is a cycle here, and it's like they're working against a cycle. There's some kind of phenomenon here about you perhaps attempting to break free of these chains, these restrictions at the wrong time, which gives this other force the upper hand. Or yeah, it could be some kind of it could be a disembodied force. It could be like astrology here, where you are trying to get something off the ground. You're trying to do something, you're trying to launch something, or just move beyond something, but you're always attempting to do it at the wrong time. So I do and you know what? Actually, I did clarify with the tarot, and I did get the star card. That's the first card that came out. So a lot of you guys should clarify with an astrologist or a numerologist. Have them look at your chart. Have them look at the current transits, because there's something here about the natural flow of things with this moon card. So I think it's more to do with a natural flow that's working against you, as opposed to like entities who are actively trying to sabotage you. Mind you, this is a general reading. It could be the latter, but for most of you guys, I feel like it's the former, where it's something, you're not working in the timing that you're supposed to be working. It could be even moon phases, could be something as simple as moon phases. If you're trying to release something during the waxing moons phase, that could be hindering you. And there's something about it could be your essence, I do believe, that is greatly tied to these cycles, where it's like, if you don't buckle down and figure out which points in time you're supposed to be doing what, you're going to constantly be frustrated. So I do again have the Hierophant card. I pulled that one out. Remember, I did also have the Star. So we have two major arcanas here, and it's like the stars have the authority with that Hierophant card. They're controlling the way things are moving. And I do also have the Wheel of Fortune. So it's really something about some sort of transits here. You need to look into your astrology chart, look into numerology. You're out of timing. You're out of some kind of timing, and unfortunately, it seems that you have a tendency to constantly be out of timing, because for some reason you kind of feel like you get the jolt of motivation to do whatever this thing is, to release these restrictions, always at the wrong time. It's like you get these surges of inspiration or energy when you're supposed to be doing the opposite or not doing anything at all. So if you don't have the money or the time to get an astrologist or numerologist to look into it for you, the easiest thing you can do is to not attempt to remove any obstacle when you want to. And when you feel like you don't want to, that's when you need to try to do it. That's the easiest, cheapest way to get through this. But for the next 72 hours, I see you moving in the wrong direction again. I see you getting the inspiration to attempt to move beyond this obstacle again, and you're going to be blocked again. So I recommend the cheapest way to do this, just wait until you don't have that urge to do this thing, and that's when you need to do this thing. Okay, so those are your messages. I hope that helped you. Hope it resonated. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pal number 3. So over the next 72 hours, you're going to be working very diligently uh, towards separating yourself from a thing or a person or a situation. This thing or person or situation has a heavy sexual energy surrounding it. So, for most of you guys, this is some sort of sexual or romantic relationship. For others of you, it could be something else, could be a friendship, could be maybe a job, but there would definitely still be strong emotions of a carnal or lower nature attached to this thing. So, there is definitely a need for you to separate from someone or something here where there is again, a carnal kind of lower vibrational sexual energy connecting the two of you guys. The thing is, you know that it needs to happen. You wanted it to happen for a while, but there is some kind of back and forthness, an energetic tie that is keeping you trapped or has been making it difficult for you to completely break free. Now, with the sacred smoke card here, clearing the air, purging negativity, prayer, I do see over the next 72 hours you cleansing out this negative person or thing from your life. You guys may very well be taking salt baths. You may be smudging yourself and your home with Palo Santo, with sage, whatnot. There is a lot of cleaning up as well. It could be physical cleaning. Some of you guys may actually remove this person's clothing from your home and give it back to them, or remove the items that they gifted you and throw them out. So physical and energetic and mental clearing out is actually what's going to be happening over the next 72 hours. Now, the thing is, again, with this intensity card, intense feelings, sexual passion, fervor, and it being reversed, you're going to be fighting against the tendency to your draw. There's a sexual draw or a lower nature draw. Like, it's either based off of fear, or it's based off of survival, or it's based off of power, a power dynamic, or it's based out of sexuality. Okay. That draw, you're going to be fighting against it for the next 72 hours. You're going to be trying to ignore it when it pops back up. You're going to be trying to not let it lead you back to this thing or this person. And with this high road card, doing the right thing, loyalty, ethics, again, and being in reverse, you need to not focus on trying to be superior to the situation. Like, sometimes when you're trying to move beyond a situation or a person, it might help to think, okay, I can do better. It might help to hold on to that idea that I can get better, I can do better, sort of thing. But with this card being reversed, I'm actually seeing that it's you doing that. If you do that, is just going to end up triggering the back end, the shadow end of that, which is all of the self-esteem issues that you have surrounding this situation or this person or this relationship, that will then tell you the opposite. Actually, you can't do better. Actually, you're not better than this person. You're deluding yourself. You need this person or this thing, etc., etc. It's just going to end up triggering that shadow on the other end of it. Because if you look, these two cards are rather similar looking visually, and we have the white horse, we have the black horse. They're facing opposite directions. They're both reversed. We have the white partial moon. We have this golden or yellow partial moon here. So it's like, be in the present moment, or be as neutral as you possibly can over the next 72 hours while you're clearing out mentally, emotionally, energetically, physically, while you're clearing this person or this situation out of your life. Don't try to cling on to the I'm going to do better, I'm going to get better, I am better, I can do better, I can have better, I can be better. Don't try to cling on to that, because like I said, that's just going to drag you backwards. And simultaneously, obviously, don't accept when these sexual or fear-based or power-based feelings come back in, which they will. Don't allow them to drive you back to that person. Ignore them. Turn your back on them. Yeah, over the next 72 hours, you can expect to be fighting kind of your inner demons. You're going to be stepping away from a person, a situation, a thing, a bad sexual power dynamic here, and clearing it out. You're going to be clearing it out of your life. This is like a purging period, but I don't see it being, for most of you guys, being very difficult. I just see a need for you to just stand your ground, because there's an energy here in this group where it's like inevitable. It's time for this to happen. And, this has been going on long enough, whereas in the past it would have been more difficult for you to do this. I do feel like at this point in time, you're in the right cycle for it to actually fully end this time around. But you just need to be vigilant about not falling back into the old pattern, and also refrain from the urge to paint yourself in a more superior light to this person or this thing, because that's just going to end up having the opposite effect. And for pile number 3, I forgot to mention, underneath the deck, you do have Let There Be Light, Finding a Solution, Illumination, Growth. So you will be finding a solution, an epiphany, a revelation, and you will be growing over the next 72 hours to the point where this issue will no longer bother you anymore. A solution will be coming out of this whole ordeal. So those are your messages. I hope that helped you. Hope it resonated. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pile number 4. So for over the next 72 hours for you guys, I'm seeing it's the same theme here, the same idea, but I'm seeing a few different sub scenarios because this is a general reading here. Basically, for all of you guys, over the next 72 hours, I'm seeing a revelation of someone's duplicity and deceitful ways. Basically, and down to the point, that's what it is. Also, for some of you guys, there is a form of justice here where it works out in your favor. For all of you guys, it is going to work out in your favor, because just discovering this duplicity and deceit is going to be, great that you have this revelation, that you have this knowledge. For others of you, there's going to be an added on top of that where actually some sort of situation turns in your favor and you come out on top and the other person falls. So underneath the deck, I do have Black Swan, an unforeseen event, a surprise, hindsight. Something's going to pop up over the next 72 hours that is going to shock you. There's no plain smaller way to put this. It's definitely going to shock the hell out of you. Now, I'm going to tell you the scenarios that I'm seeing here, the sub scenarios. Now, some of you guys here, you're currently in a legal battle, and it looks like the tides are against you. You either got indicted for something, you got arrested for something, you have to go to court for something, someone may be suing you, you may be suing someone, you may have to defend yourself, or you may be the plaintiff. But for however long this has been going on, it has looked like you were going to be ruled against. However, fortunately, at the last moment, the opposite party is going to reveal some sort of deceitful manipulation or some sort of information that indicts them. They're going to indict themselves. And as a result, you're going to get off on the charge because you didn't really do anything. It could be like a fight that you had with someone, and someone will they'll dig their own grave. So don't waste your time in this court case or whatever this is, attempting to discredit the other person. Let them speak. They're going to say something or do something that they're going to trip over their own words, and they're going to reveal themselves in front of the deciding party, whether it be a judge or police officers or who not. And that's just going to be the end of them. And also with that feeling numb card here, the severe stress, the dissociation, and the shock, even though you do know that this person is lying, the revelation is actually going to be beyond what you know. So it's going to be, you're for sure thinking, I'm done. But you're going to be so shocked when this person falls through their own hole and you are left standing, that you're just going to almost faint. You're going to be like, I can't believe this actually happened. And for another subgroup of you guys, I'm seeing a revelation of a cheating partner. So you've perhaps had inclinings or some sort of, you've thought about it before, but you never had any proof. And this person you're with is such a good liar, and they've had good alibis, like, oh, I'm at work or whatnot, or oh, there was traffic, whatnot, that you've never really had any true reason in the 3D realm, like the physical reason to really suspect them of cheating, but you kind of feel like or felt like something was off. I do see within the next 72 hours you finding concrete proof. You're either going to walk in on them in the act, you're either going to walk in on them, overhear them in the midst of a conversation, you're either going to read text messages that are plain and clear and not coded. Even a 2-year-old could tell you what the hell was going on in those text messages. He or she, your partner, may slip up and say something that reveals their deceit. Like they may have previously lied to you about something, and then they're going to say something else, but they forgot that they lied to you about it. Like, for example, they previously told you that 2 weeks ago they were at a concert, and then they're going to be in a conversation with you, and they're going to say, yeah, man, and then I had to miss I couldn't even go to the concert because blah blah blah. And you're going to be like, wait, what? You couldn't go to the concert? You said you were at the concert. And that's going to be the last piece of the puzzle that you need to really figure out that, oh, you were with Tracy, like, for example. So that, for another subgroup for you guys, is going to be revelation of a cheating partner. Another subgroup of you guys is going to be the revelation I'm also seeing of a cheating partner who is cheating with your friend. So if you have a very close friend, especially if you're female, because I keep seeing a female, if you have a close friend, she is sleeping with your partner. What else am I seeing? Some of you guys, I'm seeing a duplicitous friend who was going behind your back, saying some things or doing some things behind your back, or gossiping in some kind of way, or they were going behind your back trying to flirt with your crush or flirt with your current boyfriend or girlfriend. But this friend of yours who you thought was your friend was duplicitous. They were being deceitful. They were lying to you about something. They're doing something behind your back, and they're going to reveal themselves, and you're going to be in utter shock. You're going to be like, I can't believe this actually happened. You were my friend for this many years. I can't believe that you would actually do this, or you would actually say this, or I can't believe, like, you're going to be in such shock. You're going to be in disbelief, utter disbelief that this revelation has occurred. And like I said, there's definitely going to be a huge pole shift of justice here, where previously you were the one who was left out. You were the one who was in the dark. You were the one who was about to be indicted or be fired from your job. Maybe this could be a coworker who's finally going to reveal that they were the ones who lost the paperwork, or they were the ones who messed with the computer and deleted all of the files, and you got blamed for it because you were the only one who had access to the computer, but they came in without swiping their cards, so it didn't register that they were also using the computer, and they purposely did it or they accidentally did it, and you almost got fired for it, or you did get fired for it, and it got revealed. You know, it could be a work situation where you're almost about to get fired for something that you didn't do. So yeah, so basically over the next 72 hours, you're going to have the shock of your life. Someone who you thought was your friend or your confidant, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your lover, your spouse, or whatnot, is going to be revealed as a lying, conniving son of a bitch. And you guys are going to have the shock of your life, and you're going to be off the hook for something. If you do feel like coming back and letting me know after 3 days what the heck this drama was, I would be super interested in reading about it in the comment section. So those are your messages. I hope that helped you. Hope it resonated. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading.